Hello, everyone. I'm Dimitris Kostopoulos, and thank you for watching the coronavirus webinar. I got a lot of questions about telehealth, so I want to just describe to you specifically how I apply the telehealth concept in our own practice, okay? So I mentioned to you that the approach that we use is a blended approach. So I want to define exactly what I meant when I said a blended approach. So the telehealth can be provided in two different ways. You can have someone teach your own physical therapists how to offer to your patients telehealth, okay? And that is a procedure, it's a course, it's a platform. So this can be taught to your therapists. However, there's another way where you can outsource it either right off the start or at some point in the patient experience. Let me explain to you exactly about that. So let's say that you have a patient who comes to see you for physical therapy. You do the initial evaluation in the clinic. You start the patient in coming into the clinic for physical therapy, and you set specific criteria. Let's say after so many visits or after you achieve specific goals, no matter what criteria you set, at some point you say, okay, now I'm going to refer that patient to the telehealth services. So you have established with the telehealth team, which is not housed in your facility. They are remote, they are outside. You establish services with them. They take the total responsibility for that patient. They treat that patient. All the notes are taking place in your own EMR system, and then you bill for these telehealth services and you receive payment, and you just pay a specific rate to the people who deliver telehealth. All right, so let me explain to you now. And the other scenario is that patient calls in, hello, I want physical therapy. You want to offer them, you can offer to them from day one telehealth services. You can book them in the schedule for telehealth, and the telehealth outsource team can take care of that patient. Now, let me explain to you what are the benefits of a blended model when you have both of these models together, okay? Now, and this is what we use. In our situation, in a specific clinic, in our main clinic, we have a only specific room for expansion. Okay, we have pretty much, in terms of the building, expanded as much as the building can tolerate. Okay, maybe we can expand another maybe 50, 60 appointments, but we are more than 500 visits right now in that area. That building cannot we cannot take more weekly appointments at this point. So what we do is, once the patient comes in, that patient is being seen by the physical therapist, and on visit 5 or 6, the patient is being referred to the telehealth team, and which is an outsourced team, and therefore we manage to increase drastically our weekly visits above and beyond the 500 without having to have the patient come into our office and utilize our space. And as an owner, I don't even have to pay therapist salaries without making money, without making revenue from that. Imagine hiring, let's say, you are at whatever visits, 200, 300, 500, and you want to expand. So you say, okay, I'm going to add a part-time therapist, or I'm going to add a full-time therapist to get them busy, but it's going to take some time. So you will be losing money from that set schedule of the therapist. With the outsourced team, this works very differently because you are paying only for the specific time that you block the telehealth visits, and that's all. That can help tremendously into expansion. But how about my own staff? What do we do with our own staff? Well, our own staff utilizes telehealth services in cases where there are cancellations or a potential no-show from a patient. So when the visits are being confirmed, the moment a patient says that, oh, I may have to cancel, immediately the staff member who is treating that patient and may get an empty spot in their schedule because of the cancellation, they book that patient for telehealth services that they can provide, because the patient can do it from their phone. So whether they are at home, they are at work, anywhere they are, they can do the telehealth session from their phone. So that is the beauty of this system. So now, if you want to find out more about this, go to www.teleptforme.com, teleptforme.com, and you can look at more information there, and definitely I can make direct recommendations, and the people that are associated with us can help you establish this very same model that we have in our practice, or even a different model. I hope this helps and you got some information about telehealth. It's going to be becoming much, much bigger in the near future, and more and more people will be seeking help through telehealth services, telepathy services, but especially now with the coronavirus epidemic, this can be a very viable solution to help you mitigate the risk and not lose as many patients as you could potentially lose, especially elderly. Okay, thank you.